Fruitarians, people who only eat fruit. Is it healthy? Some people can manage it and they propose health benefits. But is it a healthy diet, or is it one of the worst diets on the planet? This is what we're gonna be talking about today. The good and the bad. So stick around until the end to find out if the fruitarian diet is one of the worst diets on the planet. What's up? Dr. Victor in the house of fruits for today. I'm a diabetes doctor. You know, fruits are healthy. We all know that fruits are a healthy food, unprocessed. But what about eating only fruit? Getting all of your nutrition, your sustenance from fruit. Let's start off with the effect on weight, because many people do the fruitarian diet maybe as a detox, or they want some weight loss, lose some fat. So what is actually the effect of eating fruit, or a whole lot of fruit in this case, on weight? Well, fruit is healthy, it's unprocessed, it's pretty filling because it has a high water content, high in fiber, you know, healthy fiber, which slows down the absorption of this food and makes you full. If you read the studies, you can see that mainly fruit's effect on weight is a positive effect. So it prevents obesity and it helps maintaining weight. Also, it can help with weight loss. This is the case for whole fruit, not fruit juices or other types of processed fruit, dried fruit. For example, a systematic review of all of the studies show that fresh fruit does not lead to obesity and may actually protect from it. Also, keep in mind that if you're eating raw food, so uncooked, you're gonna consume even more calories processing that food. So usually, raw diets, vegetarian, fruitarian, whatever, is gonna have a greater chance of you losing weight because you're consuming a lot of calories just to process that food. But the fruit's relationship to weight is a bit more complex because in certain situations, fruit can make you fat.
That's my opinion!
For example, in children, most of the studies show that whole fruit is beneficial and maintains a healthy weight, but some studies did show that kids who were consuming a lot of fruit, especially fruit juice, were gaining weight, especially if their caloric intake was not regulated. So if they ate whatever they wanted, a lot of processed food probably, a lot of calories, and also on top a lot of fruit, especially fruit juice. Also, it depends on the fruit. Of course, whole fruit, lower in calories, like whatever, oranges, watermelon per 100 grams, and a lot of water weight is gonna fill you up. It doesn't have that much calories. As I said, it's raw, so you're gonna use up even more calories to process the food. So there's a really small chance to gain weight from this. But if it's fruit that is really high in calories, or if even better, it's dried fruit, so the water content is out and it has more calories per 100 grams, like dried apricots, raisins, things like that.
Oh yeah.
So related to your weight, most likely if you're gonna be on a fruitarian diet, if you don't go wacky with the dried fruits or with the processed dried fruits or canned fruits with a whole lot of sugar added to the liquid, then most likely you're gonna lose weight on this diet. It's not beneficial if especially you're already at a normal weight or you're underweight, because it increases the chances even more of you becoming even more malnourished or underweight because you're gonna lose weight. And I saw a lot of YouTube videos on fruitarians that kept up this diet for like years and years and reached a low amount of weight, so they were underweight. But it's not healthy because at a certain point when you're so underweight, your hormones are gonna be imbalanced. If you're a female, it can lead to loss of menstruation, so no menses, no menstrual cycle. As a man, it can wreck your hormones, your sex drive, your testosterone levels. Isn't this much better? How about this? Another thing is related to teeth health. If you eat a lot of fruit, especially fruit juice, it can damage your teeth enamel. So best thing would be to be careful about the acidity and the sugar content in the fruit. And if you're eating a fruit, especially if it's fruit juice, better to drink it with a straw, or even better, rinse after you drink or eat the fruit, especially if it's a high acidity, high sugar fruit, because it can damage your teeth. Also, I would not recommend you go on the fruitarian diet if you have certain diseases, because it can affect the progression of those diseases, and it's not good. For example, a type 1 diabetic with an insulin pump and a continuous glucose monitor device that basically monitors your blood glucose throughout the day started with a really good blood glucose control, so a good HbA1c, a glycated hemoglobin, which basically is the average of your blood glucose in the last 3 months. And after trying the fruitarian diet for like 3 months, he completely destroyed his blood glucose control, which is pretty horrible because blood glucose control at a young age determines in the long term, evolution of type 1 diabetes, how healthy you're gonna be and what type of complications are gonna come up. Also for chronic kidney disease, this diet is a no-no because in this type of disease your blood electrolytes and equilibrium in the blood of certain factors is out of whack. And also if you're eating a fruit only fruit diet, which is high in certain nutrients but low in others, you're gonna cause even more imbalances in the blood. It would seem for IBS, so irritable bowel syndrome or inflammatory bowel disease, the fruits and so a fruitarian diet is not gonna get along that well with these type of diseases. But let's not forget, fruit is healthy. Fruit is a healthy food and it's high in fiber, which fiber is really healthy. It feeds healthy bacteria in the gut and you're gonna get a whole heap of fiber on this diet, of course. So this is a big positive of the fruitarian diet, a whole lot of fiber. So fruits, through the help of fiber, help increase the Bacteroides strands in the intestine, and basically this strand has been more found in lean individuals. And I'm not gonna even mention the hundreds of beneficial compounds synthesized in the gut from fiber, from the healthy bacteria in your gut. So a good thing, aiding with the overall health of your digestive tract. So what's not to love? Now, a big problem with this diet is gonna be you lacking certain nutrients, a lot of nutrients with this way of eating. For example, you're not gonna get any fat from this diet, basically, only if you eat avocados. Fruits don't contain fat, and you do need fat for a lot of proper functions in your body. For example, your brain needs healthy fats to function properly. And think about it, your brain, 80% is water, and of the dry weight, most of it's fat, and afterwards it's protein and then a small sprinkle of carbs. Of course, not all fats are created equally for the brain, so most important are the PUFAs, or the polyunsaturated fatty acids, omega-3s and omega-6s. And it's been shown that people who consume adequate amounts of PUFAs and have a good ratio of omega-3 to omega-6s have better brain function, have a lower chance of developing dementia, they have a healthy brain throughout their life. Yeah, you can function several weeks, days, maybe months on this type of diet with low fat for your brain, but in time there's a big chance that the side effects are gonna come up with your brain focus, energy, memory, tasks that involve cognition. Also related to low fat, no cholesterol is gonna be in this diet. You can't get cholesterol for proper brain function because a big part of the fats that form the structures in your brain need cholesterol. Also, you need cholesterol for your hormones, so sexual hormones, testosterone in males, okay, estrogen for females. For example, one systematic review showed that a low-fat diet basically decreased testosterone levels in men. It's really important, the quality of the fats. So no trans fats, McDonald's burgers, or KFC fries. Quality fats, omega-3. And people say that, yeah, it's important the ratio of omega-3s to omega-6s. Yeah, that's important, but if you're not consuming at all fats,
Zero.
you're gonna have zero ratio, so it's still gonna be bad. Another problem of deficiencies is gonna be low protein. Of course, if you're eating only fruits, where the hell are you gonna get your protein from? Very, very small amounts just from fruits. And let's say like a minimum amount, you need 1 gram per kilogram of body weight to function properly. Not even saying for optimal muscle maintenance or growth, okay, whatever. From fruits, I don't think you're gonna get even half. You have to eat a lot of fruits to get even half of your amount of protein. And even if you don't care about muscle mass, you need protein for tissue repair throughout the whole of your body, skin, freaking nails, hair. Also for certain hormones that are made of certain type of amino acids come from the protein that you eat. So you're gonna screw up also your hormones, especially your neurotransmitters, again, in the brain, because dopamine is basically made of certain amino acids. Also the same for serotonin, the hormone of happiness. So if you have low serotonin, you are at an increased chance of depression and other mental ailments. Dopamine, motivation. So you need amino acids, protein from your diet. Otherwise, your brain is not gonna function properly. So look at this. This was an interesting study. A case of reversible dementia due to a strictly fruitarian diet. So developing mental disorders from a fruitarian diet. Now, can't say too much of related to this study because it's blocked by a paywall. So yeah, but still pretty interesting stuff. So the brain neurotransmitters dopamine, serotonin need amino acids for their production, and you get these from animal or plant protein. Fruits don't have sufficient amounts. An important thing to also keep in mind is related to fructose malabsorption. Yeah, fructose is a form of carbohydrate found in fruits. Some people can't properly process the fructose. There is such a thing as hereditary fructose malabsorption, which basically means that from birth you can't properly process fructose, but it's a slim chance, like 1 in 20,000, 30,000 people, so a small chance. But for adults and throughout your life, you can develop fructose malabsorption. And studies that wanted to assess fructose malabsorption among healthy people have reported a range of between 50% and 80% of them having fructose malabsorption. If you're curious, fructose malabsorption symptoms are when you're eating a lot of fructose containing foods, you're gonna have diarrhea, bloating, and abdominal cramping, so pain. Yeah, fruits are healthy, but they don't have all the micronutrients that you need, vitamins and minerals. They're gonna be lacking in a lot of departments, or you're gonna have to eat specific type of fruits in high quantities to get these nutrients. For example, B12, I bet almost all of you know that you can get it primarily from animal sources, so you're not gonna get it from fruits, and it's really important for proper brain function, and especially for children. Don't do fruitarian diets for children because they need B12, folic acid for proper brain development. But avocados do have a lot of vitamin B's, so that could help. Also, folic acid, you're gonna have trouble getting it from fruits. You need about 10 oranges to get your daily folate requirements. And again, as the same for B12, folate is very important for brain function and neural cells and proper hemoglobin function. You're also gonna be having problems with calcium on this diet. You need about 3 kilograms of oranges to get your daily calcium requirements. 3 kilograms, so that's like 5 pounds of full-on big bag of oranges. Again, phosphorus is gonna be a problem, and you can get it in high amounts only from dried fruit, and you need to eat about 1 kilo of dried fruit, like apricots or whatever, to get it. Also, magnesium could be a problem. One of the highest fruits in magnesium is banana, and you're gonna be looking at 10 bananas to get your minimum magnesium requirement per day. You know who's one of my favorite superheroes? Iron Man. That's what you're gonna be lacking with this diet. Iron. You're not gonna get it from fruits, only from dried fruits. Apricots, for example, have some iron, but high quantities to get it. For zinc, you need about 2 kilos of blackberries, which are one of the fruits highest in zinc. Iodine, which is very important for thyroid function and can lead to alterations in thyroid function if you don't get enough of your iodine. And you're looking at about 50 dried prunes for your daily iodine requirements. Selena Gomez.
No thanks.
No, selenium. You're also gonna need it. It's important for proper function. It's a cofactor in a lot of processes in the body. And you can get it from bananas. You need about 50 bananas per day to get the required dose of selenium. And these deficiencies can affect the health of your skin, hair, hormones, reproductive system, energy levels, brain function, and many more. Now, yeah, the fruitarian diet is pretty restrictive, but I found out that there's even a more restrictive version of this. Basically, the only banana diet, which you're only allowed to eat bananas. So usually it's 30 bananas a day, or it's also called the banana island diet. Oh my god. Think about it, being trapped on an island full of bananas, the only food possible to consume, and you have to only eat bananas. By the way, tell me if you want me to make a video about this diet, the banana diet, even more restrictive diet. Or maybe on the juice diet, or the smoothie diet, or the blood type diet, or maybe the master cleanse diet. Write it in the comments, what diet do you think would be interesting to talk about next time? Also, this guy, which he looks really good for his age, 72 years, and he's a fruitarian for many years. I think he also works out, he's active. Yeah, for a challenge, if you want to challenge yourself, maximum of 1 week of trying this diet, okay. but don't try it if you're underweight or if you're close to being underweight, because it's a big chance for you to lose even more weight. Like, yeah, I know I might seem like I'm bashing this diet, but keep in mind, fruits overall are healthy, especially whole fruits. They're one of the most healthiest foods on the planet, okay? You pretty much can't go more unprocessed as freaking a fruit from a tree. You know, it's natural, it's healthy. But you can easily go to extremes. And if you think of this diet on a spectrum of unhealthiest diets here and the top optimal, the best diets on the planet, Mediterranean diets, the zone, the blue zone diet, whatever, like this type of diet, the Fruitarian diet, is not that horrible. There's much horrible ways of eating and diets like the Twinkie diet or the diet soda diet, only drinking soda or whatever. It's important to still have perspective, okay? It's still a pretty healthy diet, let's say, with healthy foods, but in the long term can lead to deficiencies. Thanks again for watching. Hope you found the video useful, maybe learned something, found it enjoyable. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell. Let's reach this channel to 1,000 subs, because 1,000 subs a day keeps the doctor away. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see each other next time. Salut!